Guys, Amanda here. I was inspired over the last couple of months to do this video. I think as moms and stay-at-home moms, we find ourselves, maybe because we have the time, I don't know, comparing ourselves to other moms out there and feeling like we are inferior because maybe this mom has a bigger house, or this house is cleaner, or this car is better, or her kids always look much nicer than mine, and you feel like, what am I doing wrong? Or I wish I was that way, or whatever. And I'm just here to tell you that if every day you're doing the best you can and your house isn't super clean and your kids are not dressed to the nines, then, nobody cares about that. Nobody, not a good person. A good person doesn't care about that when they're looking at you. I know that having twins, and sometimes on a whim we're like, hey, let's go to the park. You guys need to burn off some energy. And it's, it could be, they could be wearing a pajama top with, a pair of busted pants, and we're going to the park. I don't really care what my kids are wearing at the park, as long as they're having the best time that they can have at the park. They're being social and they're being active and they're just having a great time. That's what I care about. And if you're a good person looking in on, other parents and other kids, that's the only thing that matters, is, wow, their kid's really having a good time. Wow, their kid's really social and all that stuff. That's the only thing that matters. Sometimes I've caught myself like, wow, they're really dressed up for the park. I didn't get the memo. Maybe I should have, put them in their school clothes, which will never happen. That will never happen, because I just don't believe that that is, part of going to the park. It's not a beauty contest, and it's not, it's not a competition of what your kids are wearing. Anyways, enough about that. Sometimes we go to people's houses for play dates, or whatever, and you're looking around and you're just mesmerized by how beautiful that house is and how well kept that house is, and how whatever about that house. We don't live in the best house. We live in a great neighborhood, but I probably have one of the more unloved houses on the outside. It appears it looks unloved. This house needs a lot of work on the outside. It's not dirty, and it's not, it's not disgusting or anything, but it's definitely needs some paint and, a good power wash or whatever. But on the inside, I don't think you could get much happier than how we are on the inside. Sometimes things that appear to be grand are maybe aren't so grand. Like if you go to somebody's, $1 million home, there's a lot of debt and a lot of stress that come with that. And I, for one, would much rather be scaled down and not so, lavish, and not have debt and not have that stress on my husband to make a huge mortgage payment every month. For us, that doesn't work. We'd rather have, a little money in the bank just in case something went wrong. And I'm really comfortable with myself, with that mentality. I think it's a smart way to be. I think that it's good for my girls to see, us improve things here and there as, our bank account allows. I think that the idea of needing everything right now, right then and there, is a really selfish way to be. I mean, if you can afford it, that's great. I'm not, saying if you can afford it, don't do it. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, don't feel bad about where you are in your life. Everybody has life circumstances too that don't allow them to have great things right away. And that's okay, as long as you're happy, as long as you're enjoying what you have and making the best of what you have, and showing that to your kids and your husband and just enjoying that. Second thing is, I think I'm the only person in daycare who doesn't have like a $40,000 car. But I also don't have, a $900 a month car payment either. We're almost done paying off one of our cars, and I'm really, really excited about that. I've never owned a car in my life. This will be the first time ever that we've kept a car long enough without trading it in and adding more debt and, whatever. I'm really excited about that. If you see somebody with a big fancy car and you're mesmerized or you're envious about that, I don't think there's anything wrong with a little bit of envy, but as long as it doesn't get you down. Just think about the lack of payment that you don't have and they have it. I just don't see any need to keep up with the Joneses. I don't think any of that stuff really matters when the door's closed at night and you're just in your little house with your little family or big family. None of that stuff really matters. And I will say that I do know a few people who are related to me or that are friends who make a lot more money than my husband and I do. And they're driving around beater cars, and I just think that's really humble. I think that's great that they just have that attitude where they just don't care about what other people think. And I think that's really, really important. And I think it's really important to teach that to our kids too. Another thing too is that something that was brought up on a play date is I brought a bunch of homemade food for us to eat, and everybody really enjoyed it. And it was just chicken salad sandwiches and some stuff for the kids or whatever. But the mom who was there said, "I'll just never be able to keep up with you. You're just such a great mom." And I had to remind her that we all have our vices, and cooking is mine, and I express my love and my enjoyment through cooking, and I like to share that with people. And she happens to be a photographer, so I think that's really cool. She's got lots of pictures around her house of her kids and all of that, and I don't have a lot of professional pictures here at my house. Two. I think we've done that twice. It's very expensive, and I take a lot of my own pictures with my iPhone and whatever, but I would never feel inferior or less than because she has more pictures on her wall than I do. I think that reminding her that we all have our vices, I think, made her feel pretty good, which was nice. It's when you compare yourself in these little things in life that don't really matter. Maybe you don't like to cook, and that's fine. Not everybody likes to cook. I just happen to like to cook, so I'm going to share that with you. And you take pictures, so I'm going to ask you to take pictures of my girls on a humongous friend discount, and that's just how it should roll. Another thing too is when you look at these other moms who appear to look so put together, and you're like feeling, oh my God, I'm in my sweatpants and I'm frumpy and I look disgusting, I haven't showered and blah, 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 blah. Well, maybe that day she got to shower and put some real clothes on, and you happen not to, and that's okay. I think more so when you have infants, you feel really horrible about yourself. And sometimes it takes a good friend to, remind you, hey, you have a baby. It's okay that you're not put together and showered. But a great friend would go, I can come over and hang out while you shower or nap or, cook you a meal or help you clean your house. I think through all of this, the biggest thing is to kind of weed out and filter through those people that come in and out of our lives and find, one or two really good girlfriends that are going to, help you out where you need it the most. I am totally known for going into my girlfriends' homes and being like, all right, let's clean this, or you need help. You keep talking about how you need to get this done. Let's get it done. And just having and being that person that can motivate my friends and help them out like I said, whether it's cleaning their house or putting laundry away or helping get dinner started or cleaning up the kitchen. I think that's really, really important. And that brings me to another thing too. If you are feeling unglued and you can't afford, you know, like $100 a week house cleaner, ask your friends for some help, you know, and let them know what you're feeling, because I know that I wouldn't want any of my friends to feel overwhelmed in their life when it takes just a little bit of my time and just a little bit of love, and I can go over there and make their week so much better. I think it's important as moms, as stay-at-home moms, to really be there for our friends. And in turn, I think that karma, really turns itself back and makes this world just a better place. I think that's it. I think the moral of all of this is, nothing is ever what it seems on the outside. Everybody's got their problems, and everybody's got their issues, and everybody's got their own, debt, and everybody's got their vices that they're good at, and just enjoy who you are and where you are, and, don't drive yourself crazy with comparing, because that's not healthy for anybody. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. And if you have anything to add to this, leave your comments down below and I will check them out. Thanks a lot.